years. The stress testing has been done so that they can provide you with an enhanced web hosting technology that they design for using future standards today for tomorrow. They offer 24/7 support for all web hosting plans. Their team answers support tickets 24/7, so if you have a problem at any time, an agent will be more than happy to help you. If you're not satisfied with your service within 7 days, then you can get a full money back guarantee, with a 99 uptime guaranteed as well, with plans for shared hosting starting at just $2.95. This built their web service successfully should be your choice throughout the years for web hosting. Just go to www.dgvertec.net today, your web hosting solution.
And we will like them for being our sponsor for this amazing event and this amazing series that we have here. Well, right now we have a few guys that are finishing up their qualifying laps. We got a few guys that are not deciding to qualify. We got a few guys that don't know exactly what they're doing. So until we figure out what we're doing, we're gonna go out and we're gonna sit back. Points are tight right now in the RRO series, so nobody knows what's actually gonna happen until they actually happen. Let's just pull up and see if we get any results so far. Ooh, it seems like we got 7 drivers that qualified, and right now we have Daniel in the 75, who right now is going to lead our qualifying out with a 29.518. And then we have Ricky Evans, who's going to be in second. James Thorndike, which will be third. Mike Wallinger, which will be fourth. Fifth will be Danny Shensays. Sixth will be Aaron Berge. Seventh will be Steven Mastro. And eighth at this second of time will be Michael Woolley, the president and founder of RRO. And we do have a few more minutes until qualifying will be over, and we'll start seeing cars will start popping up onto the track. So until then, we're gonna go out and sit right here. Oh, we're getting the checker flags over our ticker, so that means we are going to be done with this very soon, very fast. So qualifying is over, so that means we should start seeing the cars start coming up on the track for 151 laps at my personal favorite track, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Hometown track. Wish I could be down there with these guys that are down there tonight. And right now, let's go around and look at our results. And we'll have Ricky Evans, which will be taking the pole with Daniel T. Murphy. On row 2, we'll have a Mike Wallinger and Jose, third and fourth. In row 3, we'll have Matt Wise and James Thorndike. In row 4, we'll have Kevin Parson and not me. In row 5th, we'll have Chuck Sweeting and Jeffrey Creek. In row 6, we'll have Michael Woolley and Steven Mastro. And rounding up the end of our field will be Danny Shensays and Aaron Berge. I think this would be a very entertaining race. We had a few drivers that went very fast, very good on qualifying and in practice, so it'll be very interesting on how these 151 laps go.
Because I was busy doing other things during qualifying.
Maybe we might have to go out and tell the drivers they might need to add a channel,
we said it like
because
20
we don't want
times
to
last
hear.
week. Watch Bill.
Channel
And at
switched.
the end of the race, you go full bucket.
Okay.
Channel switched.
Sorry about that. We had to go out and tell our little drivers down there on the track
Add the racing channel, guys.
that we are having a live broadcast, and some of these guys forget about that. And we had the pace car off. And I think Daniel T. Murphy is asleep. And there they all go. Look at all these 850 horsepower Gen 6 cars going out. And yeah, it seems like we got Jeffrey Creek is saying, I want an EOL, I don't want to start it up there. He's gonna go big thing back. Have Aaron Berge, which is in the 8, new paint scheme for him, for Budweiser. We got 2 Budweiser, we got 3 Budweiser cars out there tonight. We got James Thorndike, which will be in 6. We'll fight at this second time, let's go around. And here, we'll see Murphy's car set up and get ready to go. Our pace car is in. LT Murphy bring him to the line. Green flag is out and they are going. As he got 2 wide all the way around the track. We have Jeffrey Creek who is down there very slowly but surely are getting up there. As he's like, we have Mike Rominger and Aaron Berge with the 44 of Danny Shensaz are all battling, trying to get all situated back into play so they don't have to go on and worry about it. It seems like they are not getting led into a gap. Those are only 2 cars out. Ooh, we got 3 right action going on now. Oh, and Aaron Berge, I want to say that will be interesting. And let's go around and let's take an instant replay of that one. That
And watch for debris here.
This seems like the 44 just went up just a tiny bit on that, and that would be Danny Shensaz, who just went around and took out the 81. And collecting in that a few drivers that doesn't look like he has all that much damage, but these Gen 6 cars are quite touchy. Ooh, it looks like the 22 of Jose, by looking at him right this second, is not very happy right now. He has much damage on that front end of that race car. Might as well gonna look in the pit lane who takes it. Who's gonna be a taker? And it seems like we have the 45 of Steven Mastro, the 62 of Chuck Tweeding, and the 22 of Jose, Kevin Parsons, and Matt Wirtz, Jeffrey Creek, and Michael Woolley. So mostly a lot of those cars were caught up in that incident. Some of them decided that they might want a little extra fuel, or the car might not be driving as well as they wanted. They might just pull in and leave and get that damage repaired, or just get some new good tires. Aaron Berge, who is started in dead last, and now he's sitting in 4th place right now. He's like he's pretty happy with that. And James Modak will be the first car coming out of pit lane, and they'll be 5th on back to 13th. You still have the lights going on the pace car. Does have no fixed repairs, no quick repairs as we call them on iRacing, but no instant repairs, so Jose might just want to pull that into the garage and say, oh, I'm done. But some of these drivers, you don't know what they're thinking in their mind until the last second happens. taking a close-up of Michael Woolley, the founder and owner of Real Racing Online, who's usually doing the broadcasting this week and for this amazing league, but I said I'll do it for the night. So, you know, he's been practicing a lot during this week, so hopefully he will have a good finish. As we have Daniel T. Murphy, who has not lost his lead yet. But he does have Aaron Berge, who is behind him, who is, might go on and give him a little battle. And they have a nice photo of all these cars going down into the last turn, all the pile where they go. Chuck Sweeting still has some damage from that incident. I don't know how that's going to affect him. Green flag is out, and there they go. Up back on the second attempt. As they go to our eyes on the skies camera, and we are looking and straight on back from third to eighth, all in that little battle, trying to get into the line, so they have to worry about it later. Trying to save their tires, as we still have 144 laps to go in this main event. Bumpers, what he's thinking about, nobody knows. He's doing a hard racing up with Mike Woolley in 13. See, like, everyone is settling back into play, relaxing a little bit. They are all single file going to turn 1. A battle for third between Aaron Berge and Mike Walminger. I don't know if they're going to want to just wait it out and be Budweiser buddies, or if they're going to try to battle it out. But he most definitely has something to joke about it in their regards, and he definitely caught up on him. Look back in the second pack, we have Steven Mastro, and right now we have Mike Woolley defending his 9th place spot with Danny says, who is side by side right now, going to dive it in 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I mean, a tiny bit, but hold it down. That makes a nice clean pass. Take 9th place. Aaron Berge might have just dropped out. I don't know what happened to him, but our on-track members are saying we might have just lost Aaron Berge. Matt Weiss, who is right now in 5th at 81. Wow. Ooh, we got a car that's sideways.
Caution is out.
And that would be Danny Sanchez. Go out and just started taking that turn and just locked at the brakes, and the car just went sideways. Very little damage on that back of that 44 Chevrolet, but final, I think Aaron Berge has dropped out of the server, but that's a tough break for him. But he is cursing out loud. As they go back up in the sky, seeing who goes in, it seems like Mike Walminger gonna stay out. no, James Thorndike's gonna stay out. And everyone behind him goes in. The only driver that did not go out or go in is James Thorndike. He's gonna be a brave little soul with 11 other guys with brand new tires and topping off with Sunoco racing fuel. It seems like everyone's gonna go out and get 4 tires and fuel to fill up those cars. And Daniel T. Murphy goes out first. That 44 is getting some damage repaired. There he goes. Right now we have 2 drivers that are just sitting there. We have Jeffrey Krieg and Michael Woolley. And there goes Krieg and there goes Michael Woolley. Our last 2 drivers leaving on pit lane. Now if I was doing James Thorndike, I would probably went around and pitted because, at least the second time around, because he has Daniel T. Murphy, who's been leading every single lap of this event, and now he's going to be behind and go side by side with us, so very interesting strategy on that he's playing. Chuck Speeding got all his damage repaired from that bumper incident. I just guess you just gotta deal with that now. And that'll definitely be different on aerodynamics and some of these other guys that don't have scratch on their cars. He's been doing pretty well too in these last few weeks. They're getting double file. And look at that! Jose has a grill. If anyone remembers from earlier, he did not have a front end. So that team must have been working very hard to get that car back kind of competitive racing. We go on the Goodyear blimp. Right now I'm looking at all these drivers that are all ready to go. And we have billboards in the way. So many drivers, so many cars, and so many more laps to go. Bag in the box.
Green.
James going in, like slams the gas pedal, and he is going. He's gonna be a drag race into turn 1 and 2. Nobody takes a long line. Daniel T. Murphy goes around and says, "I want my spot back." So, see ya. He is just going. 14 of Rishi Evans saying, "I want my spot back." Looking like Matt Wise, who's right behind them, both of them are trying to sneak up on the 4 of them. But he really can't do anything. But we got battling for second place between James Thorndike and the 59 and Rishi Evans in the 14. Well, behind them there was a battle for 5th. A battle for 4th. I mean, between Mike Roninger and Matt Wise. Really sorry about that. We just had a... What's in there just happened there? Overlay stuff. Just fine. That's it. Go ahead and reset that. Like the panel for a second has been ended, but I probably think about maybe making a move on the later in on the run. As we look farther back in the field. We have Michael Woolley, who is staying pretty strong in the back of the field. Wasn't really expecting that one. We got Kevin Parsons and Steven Mashrow going at it, trying to take that 7th place spot. And looking at Chuck Sweeting, a newer member of RRO, but he's definitely making his impact on the league. Go around the next few laps, we're going to break it up. Was crank it up, and we're probably going to do that periodically over tonight's broadcast. But it does seem like we do have a member back on the track. We do have the 8 of Aaron Berge, who has, did drop out. But right now, he is the only car that's left down, and he's 7 laps down. So, he's probably hoping for a lot of caution so he can get that lap back. By seeing how he's been driving, you don't want to think that right now he's battling the 22 of Jose. The one thing we did notice over when we cranked it up is a lot of these drivers are having a hard time getting out of turn 4 and out of turn 2, getting very sideways. Back and look on front of our leaderboards, and we have Daniel T. Murphy, who is pulling away from his second place component, Richie Evans. No Shane Shortdyke, the one that started off this next. Oh, we got a caution. That is out.
What happened?
We are checking this one out. It looks like it is blocked.
Oh, be careful. That diesel running across the track.
They went around and he came out of turn.
Yeah, we need to go to a red
get
flag,
a
man.
different angle of that one because that one
big
was
fire. I'm gonna tell you one thing.
It goes around and this gets a little too low and just gets that car just a tiny bit sideways and he went spinning for a fun joyride. Caution. This will be, they're saying the first caution, but I don't think it is. I want to say this is our second caution. of the event. And I think we have every driver go out and we pitted this time by after seeing James Thorndike going around not pitting last time around, but he is this time. Oh, we do have Kevin Parson, who is said, I'm only getting fuel. Richie Evans, waiting for the unofficial results, but it does seem like that was Chuck Sweeting, and then Mike Bollinger, James Thorndike, Steven Mastro, Danny Sanchez, Jeffrey Creek, Jose, Matt Wise, and Michael Woolley, who is still getting repairs on that car. I don't exactly remember when he got damaged, but he is leaving pit lane right now. And Aaron Berge is going in for his first time in because he is left. He can't go around and get hit with the leaders. He goes on the pits. Getting right side tires and left side tires and getting that thing full up of racing fuel. And off he goes. But right now, our leader is Kevin Parson in the double O. I don't know what to say about that one. That one is definitely, no, didn't see that coming. Never seen that coming at you. Got the 8W Brady that's going around and getting his way by. He will only be 6 laps down now. See, these cars are getting double filed up. Its pace lights on that pace car is off. I mean, we are going to go racing next time by. It does look like Jose and Matt Words are both back in pit lane. Go out and fly, I don't know what they're doing. There's a Birdie going around catching up to the backfield, and now we are looking at the new leader right now. We are in the box, ready for this race to go green.
Going.
And I think Kevin Parson was sleeping because him, Daniel T. Murphy, Chuck Sweeting, and James Thorndike all about to pass him, but I think he was sleeping. James Thorndike makes a nice pass around. And now our leader back in his spot, Daniel T. Murphy. And it's just how close some of these drivers are getting to each other in these turns. Right now there's Chuck Sweeting right behind Daniel T. Murphy, thinking about if he can get that spot. Where did Kevin Parsons go? He's in 4th place and he's getting majorly loose. And saying to Richie Evans, here you go. leading this thing, has 2 left underneath his belt. Is now back in 5th. We do have another battle going on way back here. And I want to say 7th. Between Jose and Mike Bollinger. And it seems like Matt Ryan is also going to go out and look at that, look for that 8th place. And we're looking at Matt Ryan's Ford Fusion right behind Kevin Parson. Oh wow, Jose. I mean, as he's taking it very high. And now they're doing a drag race into turn 3 and 4. And it seems like Matt Wise does go around and make the clean pass. Now we have a battle. I know Aaron Birdie's not giving up because he's left down. He is going. Oh, passing the 4 and Mike Bollinger. But Kevin Parson, who did lead us off, is now losing another spot. Number 44 of Danny Sanchez. So, don't know what's wrong with that. 00 Monster Energy. Something has most definitely going on with that. Okay, looking way back here. In 9th to 12th place. And we got Michael Willing, who's keeping his 9th place pretty warm. I don't think anyone wants to get in his way. He wants to keep his 9th place. We have Steven Mastro and Jeffrey Quigg, who are both going in it. And 3 and 4 going around and... Oh, I heard tires squealing. Jump out with caution. I think that was Matt Wise getting loose again. Out of 4. And yes, Steven Mastro going around and passing Jose. Or was that Jose trying to pass Steve? Oh, what was that? Oh my goodness. That was most likely slow-mo motion right there because that... I don't know what that was. Just for the second of time, we're going to go out and make it in a 2-time slow motion. Seems like Jeff Creek goes around and passes Woolley up in the low lane, and Woolley goes around, and so it does like what Matt Wise been doing, around and in that low line and just cranking it and spinning it, bouncing into the wall and slamming into Steven Mastro and Jose, who's looks like Steven Mastro would probably be done because of that. That is just shame for both drivers. As we're looking at Steven Mastro's car right now, and I don't know if he just died or if he's killing the engine to save some power. This is so he can get to pit lane, but up, and that was his engine blowing. Steven Mastro would be done if he does not have a quick repair. As you got the leaders passing him in the outside line as he's just trying to get to his pit stop. Like, he goes in pit lane. And once again, I think every driver went into pit lane this time. Oh, excuse me from that one. That was Matt Wise that stayed out on that. So we have New Hampshire did lead the track, so he might be in the hauler, might be saying a few words that are not really good. We have Michael Woolley and Jose both sitting right here in pit lane. And Michael Woolley has a lot of front end damage. We just go out and look at his left front, and as you can tell, his whole fender is pretty much damaged and gone. Right now, I think he might be officially dead. But you have Jose, who are coming back on the track, but if you look at his tire, that is most definitely bent. And now we're trying to tell about speeds, and his speeds are most definitely slow. That team right there is not having a very good day, as that's his second bumper that's been pretty much destroyed from an incident that he just wrong time, wrong place. Yeah, both drivers from that is still sitting there. The same Mastro has went around and left the building. Now we're looking back on the front of the pack. We have Daniel T. Murphy, who is back in his lead after leading 39 laps of this event. And we have 104 laps to go. Pace car lights are off. That means we are going back under green flag racing. Oh, it really has a change motion except Chuck Sweeting, which has the rear bumper damage, which we talked about earlier, is now up in second place. Now I'm going to battle Daniel T. Murphy on getting that lead. James Thorndike starting behind Daniel, and Mike Ballinger starting behind Sweetie. We go on to our very little fun fan box we have here. And we're going to look right now on Daniel T. Murphy's car. Green flag is out, and there goes Daniel T. Murphy. And it seems like Chuck Sweeting was having the Jeff Gordon syndrome, which is not starting the way that he wants to. Boy, oh boy, did you just see that? Sideways. Shane Thorndike right now is up in second. Rishi Evans is right now battling Chuck Sweeting for 5th place. But that is not happening. Woolley is still in pit lane, and walking a little farther back. We have Rishi Evans, who is having a little hard time right now. Ooh, we have Daniel T. Murphy going right against the wall, getting a lot of time, and gap from that he just had from James Thorndike, who blows in very fast. But this second time, we're going to go out and we're going to crank it up, because these cars are so together. And iRacing.com that is the best sound. We're going to go out and we're going to sound it up. cranking it up. I think that was probably one of my favorite TVs that we can do. So that little tiny little cranking it up. We had Jeffrey Quick, who was sitting in last place most of this whole race, and now putting his foot onto the pedal and now making his way up to the front. He's so far past Nathan says Mike Ollinger, Kevin Parsons, Jose, and Matt Price. Is closing the door and closing the gap to James Thorndike. Richie Evans is doing the same thing to him. Finishes could be going around and changing the complete points that we have right now for our chase. Not getting any extra. These amazing cars we have here on the track right now. I think all these drivers are now settling in, going around and just letting the cars do the work for them. But that gap has majorly closed between James Thorndike and Daniel T. Murphy. The gap is less than 300. So he's definitely gaining now. I don't know if Daniel will just go around and relax a little bit, or just have to let him catch up to him. This is most definitely a track that if you do one little miss up, it will pretty much end your event. And look at how much gain he has. James Thorndike has a better entry in 1 and 3 and 4, but Daniel T. Murphy has a better entry in 1 and 2. These two drivers are battling on what they can do better. Just looking in on how close James Thorndike has been getting Daniel Murphy's car in these turns. He's been getting extremely close. And you just notice, you can hear Daniel Murphy playing with the engine, trying to get the RPMs up, but James Thorndike does not pass him. At the same time, we have Chuck Sweeting, who's right behind James Thorndike. Very interesting on how these three drivers are all staying quite pretty much together. And right there, which I just said a few moments ago, one little miss up can ruin your race. Right there, I think he might have rolled over just a tiny bit and just lost all that ground he was playing with Daniel. Oh, we got a car back there. We got a major car back there who just did an amazing save. We're gonna go around and we're gonna look at that. Oh my goodness, that was a save. Now we're looking at Aaron Burry. Goes around and says, whoops! And he saves it. Amazing save by Aaron Burry in that 8 car. I have lost pace, but that is okay. As we are looking back up in front now, that was pretty much, we got cars from 1st to 5th all in this one little pack. 1st to 4th, 6th, I mean. Steven's car behind Jeffrey Creek. But that's the whole group right there. This track's been pretty much split up into 2 divisions.
Caution is out. Caution is
We
out.
got caution that is out.
Hey, Jimmy's sitting on the pit box with us, man.
And right
Good.
now, that
Been here about the whole day.
Right. Right now, that looks like that would be Aaron Berge's fault. Around and did the same exact thing that he did a lap ago, just this time he couldn't keep it under control and sliding completely and going into the grass. Didn't hit anything, so that's a good sign. But that would be Aaron Berge, who is 5 laps down. As you're looking back at Jose, he has damage again. I don't know where he got that damage from, but he has damage. It just seems like we have everybody that pitted, except for Matt Wirtz and Aaron Berge, but those two are lapped down, so this will be good for them. They'll both get a lap back. We're gonna look around. James Thorndike, Daniel T. Murphy went around and lost many spots on that stop. James Thorndike has won the battle, leaving pit lane. James Thorndike, Rishi Evans, Jeffrey Creek, Chuck Sweeting, and Daniel T. Murphy all our top 5. So far, after 67 laps out of this 150 lap event, 84 to go, and this is right now. What? There we go. We have James Thorndike, who is in the lead. Rishi Evans, who will be second. Third place is Jeffrey Creek. Fourth is Chuck Sweeting. Fifth is Daniel T. Murphy. Sixth will be Mike. Seventh, Danny Sanchez. Eighth, Kevin Parson. Ninth, Matthew Vise. 10th, James Jose. 11th, which will be Aaron Berge, who is 4 laps down. And then we got Michael Woolley and Steven Mastro, who have retired and said we are done for the night. But during this commercial break, we're going to go out and maybe our sponsor.
DGVertec.net's primary goal is to provide you with a successful website presence. They have purpose-built their website throughout the years. The stress testing has been done so that they can provide you with an enhanced web hosting technology that they design for using future standards today for tomorrow. They offer 24/7 support for all web hosting plans. Their team answers support tickets 24/7, so if you have a problem at any time, an agent will be more than happy to help you. If you're not satisfied with your service within 7 days, then you can get a full money-back guarantee, with a 99 uptime guaranteed as well, with plans for shared hosting starting at just $2.95. It's clear to see why DG Vertec should be your choice for web hosting. Just go to www.dgvertec.net today, your web hosting solution.
Green breaker.
Sorry about that, but we were behind on live data, and so, and then we fixed that. Jeffrey Creek, who started that event off, is I went and fell back. Right now we have Richie Evans, who is leading, but where's Daniel T. Murphy? He was leading it. However, he's led the most laps so far out of this whole event. But right now we have Chuck Sweeting, who is looking to take his spot. Each driver has their own different kind of line, a different driving style, so it will be quite interesting on seeing how these drivers are going. Keeping Richie Evans in mind, but we're gonna go around. We're gonna go to the back, and we have a battle for third. But now we have James Thorndike and Mike Walmsley going around, and they're gonna battle up for third place. Oh, there's Daniel T. Murphy, the one that has the most laps led in this event, 59 laps. But right now, he's sitting in 6th. I don't know what he's doing, but right now, he's just sitting back. I think he might be watching the battle, so being part of the battle. We're back to James like a battle for third. We have James Thorndike in the 59 and Mike Wallinger in the 4. You can just hear the engine difference between him and Daniel T. Murphy. Those two cars are driving completely different. Didn't look going that slow in those camera views, but most definitely in this camera view, they are most of it look like they are going about 125 to .50, depending on the tracks, the place at the yard. These cars are most likely driving a lot faster than that video just showed, but most definitely these drivers are all thing they're thinking of right now is trying to figure out what they can do to get by each other. Looking for the lead battle between Richie Evans and Chuck Sweeting, which are only 2 tenths off. You see, their gap is going smaller and smaller each lap they go by. So Chuck Sweeting is getting closer and closer each time. Now it's .50. So this is definitely be a quite interesting battle closer it gets to the finish. Go around and crank it up because of how close these two drivers are going, and if anything does happen, we will completely come back. After watching that, listening, just imagine the stress that these drivers are facing right now, trying to figure out what is the best thing for them to do. That is right there, that's the top 5, all in one small gap. LT Murphy is about a second and a half behind Jeffrey Creek, so he's pretty much just sitting around, just probably relaxing right now. We got James Sorday who just barely just tapped the ball right there. Give enough speed to the forward of Mike Wallinger to go out and make the pass. Back at the farther back of the field, Aaron Berge, who is 4 laps down, is still keeping his car very strong, still keeping it passing. If he was on the lead lap, would be 8th place of Matt Wise. We go and we look at Jose, who is pretty much a sitting duck, looking at that poor car going around and making his laps around the track, hopefully by thinking I want this done. Go around and Having no grill, having no downforce, very sad for him. Danny Sanchez, who's going out and sitting back, relaxing, enjoying Michael Woolley's nice place to finish. He's watching Kevin Parson and Matt Wise go out and drive in front of him. Now this is for Kevin Parson. He was going around and leading a few of these laps. So far I'm looking at this and he has 2 laps left underneath his belt. So he must have went around and definitely his setup is not probably as best as some of these other guys. And we're looking back at the main 6 drivers that we have right now. We're looking at Jeffrey Creek, Mike Rollinger, James Thorndike, Chuck Sweeting, and Richie Evans. Who right now has Richie Evans had 19 laps stuck underneath his belt. And now he just can add another lap, that's 20. Just look at the one of the newer features of iRacing, and that is most definitely that the cars do get dirty now. I think these cars are most definitely showing that. As Chuck Sweeting is, they now trying to just overdrive it just so he can go out and get past Richie Evans because I think he wants that lead. Bumper of Richie Evans' car, looking back at the 6-2 of Chuck Sweeting, just looking back, just trying to figure out what he can do. Just saw that Chuck Sweeting just got a tiny bit loose, but right behind them is a battle. The battle is. They have Jeffrey Creek right now, passing James Thorndike. They're going to right into turn 1 and 2. James Thorndike taking the high line. And he takes the real high line, and Jeffrey Creek is going to stay in that nice rubber here. Trying to get that nice slingshot out. As they're going to be a drag race to turn 1 and 2. Right now, they're side by side going around. James Thorndike went around and hit the wall. Damaging just a little bit of his car, just maybe a fender or 2. James Thorndike is most definitely taking the higher line, and Jeffrey Creek staying the lower line. Right now he cannot complete that pass. Like Wallinger right now is staying away from the lead for 1st and 2nd, and the lead for 4th and 5th. He's right in the middle. When he'll be watching a battle in his front windshield and watching a battle in his rearview mirror. I feel really comfortable right now. Sitting in that 3rd placement. Chuck Sweeting. It's going around and getting majorly loose. And he's going around and burning up his tire. One thing Jose does not want to see, and he does not want to go see those leaders that are right behind him. If he sees those leaders, he knows he's getting lapped down.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Oh, we got a caution flag. Which, looking at that, will be Matt wise again. Seems like he's in 1 and 2. And he has Aaron Berge saving him, who is just keeps on getting loose coming out of turn 2. Billy taps that wall. Maybe don't see any damage on that. Just Billy tapping that wall coming out of turn 2, very loose. Just like many of these drivers I'm dealing with. Right now, everybody is pinning. Aaron Berge is now staying out to go around and get his free wave by. Matt Wise, who made that caution. I think Jose is saying to him, thank you. James has lost a few spots on that pit stop. Chuck Sweeting is going to go out and keep his lead with Bush Evans is going to go out and keep his lead with Chuck Sweeting. Mike Rollinger will be right behind him. And right there, I think this is probably one of the best cars we can go out and look at the newest feature we get here on iRacing. That front end, it's supposed to be white. It does not look all that white anymore. And we got Daniel T. Murphy, which will be behind him, which will be gaining 2 spots from that yellow flag. We have Jeffrey Krieg, and then we have James Thorndike, Danny Shensays, and Jose, which trying to get a camera photo, but still did not go out and fix his front end damage, so that crew must have a lot more damage than we're thinking he does. Slowly but surely getting his lead back. Right now, Rishi Evans has led 30 laps. We'll have 51 laps to go. These cars are all being profiled up, they're ready to go. Chuck Sweeting's going to have Jeff Gordon's syndrome, and he's not going to be able to make restarts. Pace car going on, taking its last few turns. And we're going to move back to the box and go out and watch this start. Daniel T. Murphy is going around and getting a little closer to Chuck Sweeting. James Thorndike getting a little closer to Daniel T. Murphy.
Green. All rolling in front of you.
I don't want to judge that one. He seems like he was going before me. I think he left everyone in the dust there. He saw his Chuck Sweeting. Chuck Sweeting has been saying, I want that spot for a long time. We got Daniel T. Murphy, who's right behind us, who is one that has the most laps underneath his belt that's been leading. Look at, and we have the battle right behind them. We have Daniel T. Murphy, who is in second right now, going around and battling Bushy Evans. Oh, and they make contact. There is contact, and he keeps it going. Looking back, and turn 3 and 4. come up a little bit closer to the wall than I think he wanted. I'm gonna bring that back 5 seconds. I'm gonna slow it 2 times the normal speed just so we can go out and watch this. Seemed like that was most definitely, I would say. Nobody even touched him. We go around and have an amazing save by Daniel T. Murphy. Around and keeping that goal off the wall and keeping it going. Amazing save, beautiful save on his part. We got one driver down in pit lane, and that is Kevin Parsons. So he must be wanting to go get some new Goodyears and fill it up. Let's go see what he does. Right side tires. He does forward tires. He's like filling it up with Sunoco Racing fuel. Might be doing some damage too, nobody knows. I'm gonna leave him be. Our buggy is now only 3 laps now, so the only thing it needs is 3 more caution, and then he'll be on the lead lap. I think the top 4 drivers are saying, let's get this done and over with. Oh, he double filed. LT Murphy is not pitting after going around and spinning his tires. Well, that's a smart strategy or not, but the new feature of iRacing, that the compound actually never gives away after the spin. Right now, this is our top 5. We have Chuck Speeding, Richie Evans, James Thorndike, Mike Ballinger, and Jeffrey Creek, which are all in the same kind of general time zone. Or it's just all trying to figure out if they're going to be able to keep their spot or they're going to try to win this thing. They have 46 laps to go. Trying to figure out if there's 1 to go or 2 to go. Trying to get a view of the paint card. I do think it's 2 to go. The pace car lights are off. That means we are going back racing with 44 laps to go. If I was Chuck Speeding, I'll be a little nervous. We have a driver who's been leading 30 laps of this, and we have a driver 2 spots behind him that's led 59 laps of this main event, so I'll be a little nervous if I was him. Normally this will be our last time going into the box. And watch this restart. We got all the cars out getting double filed, they're all getting ready to go. Jose still does not have a bumper. 8th car is in.
Green, everything's rolling.
Richie Evans is doesn't know what he was doing. He was in La La Land. I'm getting passed by Chuck Speeding, James Thorndike, and finally right now, Jeffrey Creek at the same exact time. We have Jeffrey Creek who is now down the inside now, trying to pass 14 with the others. Thundyke cutting Daniel T. Murphy right off. And we have Danny Sanchez battling Daniel T. Murphy right now. We're in the 3 and 4. Chuck Speedy is probably pretty happy with that because Daniel T. Murphy is staying behind him. Behind them, we have Dan Chin says and Ryan Works. Watching this battle from them. Right now, we're going to go to about right here. We're going to go on and we're going to break maybe the last few times. After that, I got that. I think that's probably one of the best camera reviews to do. I like to thank whoever made that. And now I just saw the iRacing forums. Go iRacer, definitely go around down there. I think that's probably the review we have. But anyway, we're back on the racing. As right now we have still Chuck Speeding still in the lead, and we have James Thorndike, Richie Evans, Mike Hollander, and Jeffrey Creek in the top 5. Murphy, I think he's feeling the issues that he had is he now got new tires, so he's feeling that lack of tire. We got 37 laps, 36 laps to go. Very soon. These cars are all still pretty. So one little mess up by somebody and someone's gonna get a free spot. What did I just say? We've had James Thorndike, who is I think he's playing with his tires a little bit. Going around and making a very wide turn. He's getting majorly loose out of this turn. Right now, he hits the 14. Richie Evans down low, and Richie Evans is going to go out and try to beat him into the turn, which he doesn't. Richie Evans getting a little final fade on back behind him. Right now, he's just stalking his prey. He's watching James Thorndike, just waiting for him to make a mistake when he's going to easily pass him without getting use of any harder work to go out and get by him. As he is right on James Thorndike's bumper. waiting for a mistake to happen. These cars are getting so close to each other. It's actually a little nerve-wracking on seeing what would happen. Drag race going on. Going into turn 1 and 2. And Rishi Evans is going to be able to make that pass finally. Very tight, and he makes the pass. Right now we have second place between Rishi Evans. And we have a battle behind them. James Thorndike might have killed his tires, but right now we have the score. Michael Thorndike battling James Thorndike for his third place. These cars getting very antsy now, making a lot of bold moves. But they have 30 laps to go. And he makes pass. And there might be a little contact right there between James Thorndike and Jeffrey Creek as he's getting passed by Jeffrey Creek. Jeff just went around and completely almost put out in front of him. But James Thorndike, who was being battled by the leader, is now back in 5th place. Went around and overused his tire, I would say. Killing his tire. Some of these drivers are just not really killing on these tires. He's probably gonna do another very soon. Tires are going to be a fighting cool year anyway. Right now, Chuck Sweeting is having a very comfortable lead right now. About 2 seconds from Rishi Evans. He's having a very comfortable lead right now. Everyone back there is, I think, just watching everything happen. Carson, who is farther back. Matt Rise is looks like he's just sitting right behind Danny Fensize. Right now, just probably doing what Thorndike did before he killed his tires. Around and sitting back and waiting for a mistake to happen. Where's Aaron Berge? And well, look for him right now, but he's right behind Matt Wise. He's right behind them, and he's 2 laps down, so unless there's a caution within 2 cars within the next 25 laps, he will finish this thing a lap down. Bishop being 8 laps down at first, and now he's only 2. Dale T. Murphy, still is leading most laps out of this event, is sitting in 6th after getting neck coated. Evans. Spread out. Like right now, I think all these drivers are just waiting to see what will happen when these next closing laps. I think there'll be another caution if they're going to finish this thing on the green. The unfortunate part of iRacing is we do not have green-white checkers. So if this goes on yellow, and the next 5 laps to go, the race will be official. Rise and right now. They're just sitting back relaxing. Like right now, I think Richie Evans is being caught up. It's losing a little bit of his tires, and Mike Hollinger might be catching up to him. Well, I'm getting very close and closer to him each lap. Looking at it, these cars are pretty all split out. 18 laps to go. It's 150 lap event of Real Racing Online, brought to you by MW Productions. Right now, the closest battle that's going on the track will be these two drivers, which can we even talk about them? We had the camera on them for a few laps, but I don't really had them on. We look, this is Matt Wise and Danny Sanchez, who is right now battling for the 7th place position. That lead that Shook Speeding had, well, that is gradually decreasing each lap. He had a 2-second lead, and that is being going away. But so is the gap between Richie Evans and Mike Wallinger. That's also getting going away. There's also the battle down here. Ooh, and these drivers are getting fancy driving while drifting together because of the looseness of the cars. Ooh, they make contact. Oh, and that should be a yellow flag. Yep, that's a call. Look, we'll take a little wide with the 81 of Matt Wise. They dance a little bit coming out of turn 2. And then we go around and go into 3 and 4. It just looks like the 44 went around and dived in with a little bit too much. and just went straight up into the 81 of Matt Rice, which will be spinning him out completely and ruining, probably ending his race with the damage that he got on the left front. So I don't know what that's gonna affect on him, but there's nothing gonna do something to him if we look at the damage on that 81 of Matt Rice. That whole left side of that car is, just say, very damaged. And that was the battle for 7th place. I think every driver went down pit lane this time around. It looks like so. Every driver went down pit lane. The pit lane is a very busy place right now for these teams. We have Chuck Sweetie coming out in first place. Not losing another spot. Oh man, that was a three-way battle coming out of right there. That'll be interesting to see how that will be finalized. But we'll have Chuck Sweetie will be continuously being our leader. And then we'll have Mike Allinger, which beat Richie Evans, Neil T. Murphy, James Thorndike, Jeffrey Quick, Matt Rice. Doesn't seem like he did any repairs to that car. I don't know if he knows how much damage he has. The 22 of Jose, who is still not in, his car is still not in the best of health. But yet he is staying down there. Of Kevin Parson, who is making his slow but steady way back to the field. Sanchez, who went around and got contact with the 81, and he went around and fixed all his repairs that he needed on that car. And he'll be coming out 10th. And Aaron Berge, who is a very high man, I bet, and he is now one lap down. But I don't think there'll be one more yellow. I think that will be it. But this is the final stretch. I think everyone right now is just putting just enough fuel in there to make it till the end. Because if you just heard, he had that engine turned off. He had it coasting. The pace car lights are back off. We'll go back on the agreement. 9 laps to go. This is probably this is more exciting in the beginning than the end than in the middle. So, if you're sticking around, I'd like to thank you all. As we have all 11 drivers. We only started off with, we have 11 drivers that are out here. Right now, these are 11 very good drivers, and we're ready to get this thing finished up. We're going to go into our box for one last time. Pace car's in.
Green.
Chuck Sweeting slams onto the gas pedal. And they are off. Chuck Sweeting is in the lead. He's going to go on and keep his lead going into turn 1. Right now there is a battle between him. There's a whole package all together. I don't think we've seen this since the start of the event. Every driver is all within 1/10 of each other, so this is some tight racing with going 8 laps to go. LT Murphy is in 7th or 4th. He still has the most laps led, and he'll finish with that. And we get the Danny Sanchez, who was going around and not being passed by Jose. James Woodbury is going to battle Jeffrey Creek going into turn 1 and 2. This is what I said, this is probably the better racing you see, because these drivers are not really all that caring about their finish now. Not caring if they're going to make it, they just want to go out and get a good finish. This is the best racing. My personal opinion, that being in that middle. A little tapping, there's a little loving right now. With a 53 and the 42. And Chevy go out and he's going to try to take that low line. James Woodbury take the high line. And it's going to be a drag race going into turn 1. Corner panel, and he does not make the path, but he's gonna do it again. Right now he has way too far backed up to go out and do anything. Right now there will be a battle for the Romager, who is right now side by side, if you can say that. They're gonna go out and they're gonna be a battle to the finish. We got a few battles. Day is putting some gas in that car now and passing Matt. Go back up and LT Murphy goes on and he's trying to block. Right now James Thorndike, he does not want to get past. As we are on 3 to go. Very, very tight right now, trying to make every little moment happen. Oh, and it's very tight racing back here with Jeffrey Creek and James Woodbury. And we got the Ford, and that will end the event. That will end it all. The race. We go out and we look at the 4 of Mike Romager. He goes into turn 3 and 4 like normal. He went around and he did what many drivers so far this whole race have done. He went around and just got majorly loose coming out of 4 and just hit the wall. Bounced up and hit Jeffrey Creek's fender, but then went around and said, I am done, and I went around and I parked it. Very tough break for him. Very sad to see that happen. He was up there. Remember Daniel T. Murphy, who was led the most laps out of this thing? He will be coming home in a 3rd place finish. Second flag waving down the yellow. Left down to Murphy going in, getting 3rd, and we're gonna have Chuck Sweeting, the winner of this event, leading 50 laps, 51 laps of this main event. And now we're gonna have Jeff Creek moving down. I guess doing victory donuts because, oh my gosh, okay, that's not very professional at all. That's, I don't know if they said we're going to do a demo derby after the end of this, but yeah. I don't know why. The only driver that did not be a complete moron that time was Danny Sanchez. But we will be right back with the final result and talking to our top 3 drivers.
Find your channel.
And we are back here. We got our top 3 finishers right now. Daniel, what happened during the middle of the event? We saw that you were leading it. You had the most laps led. You have 59 laps led, and then you went around and you sort of fell back and was sitting around 6. Was that your plan, or were you just didn't know what you were doing?
No, we actually had a pit stop, and when I got down into my box, I threw it in neutral and forgot to put it back in first gear. And yeah, that's kind of what happened there. I kind of feel like I screwed myself on the race.
Now, we've noticed the many drivers and so far that was having major looseness coming out of turn 2 and out of 4. Was your car ever at that point that you were about to say, "Oh crap, we're done. We're gonna slide straight into the wall"?
No, I actually was very comfortable with my setup. Was in traffic, I didn't feel like I had as good a race car. But I was definitely faster out front, I feel like.
And Danny, would you like to give any shout outs to any sponsors or any family members that are out there that are watching you tonight?
Just like to thank Dark Horse Racing and RRO Precision Chassis Works this week. They lended me a little bit of a hand. I'd like to thank Chuck for that. Give me a few pointers for this week.
Well, we would like to thank you on your 3rd place finish. And now we'll go into 2nd place, which will be Wishy Evans. Mostly had that 2nd place the whole time. I don't think we ever saw you drop out of, I want to say 3rd. You always were up in the front. And I don't think we ever saw you got sideways or anything. So, I mean, what was different between your setup and then some of these other drivers that were completely getting sideways?
I think all the cars up front were pretty close. We worked pretty hard this week on getting grip in the car up off the corner and just done a lot of work on that. And I want to shout out all the drivers that are raced around up front tonight. It was some good racing.
It was most definitely is. Now, what would you do if you could go out and not do this and know what the results were? Would you go out and change anything in your setup to make it looser, tighter, faster, anything?
You might be able to tweak a little here and there, but I think it was a pretty good setup tonight. It was definitely a top 2 setup.
And that's most certainly is. And now we're going to go around and we're going to hand it down to Chuck Sweeting, who is in victory lane right now. I think going around and celebrating. Chuck, you went around and I think you took advantage on some of these stops and went around and most was battling Richie the whole time.
Yeah, it was a very competitive race. The top 5 or 6 cars were just so equally matched, and if you got out front either on after a pit stop or on a restart or something, it's just so hard to pass at this track. And I just had a couple of good restarts and got out front finally towards the end there and was able to maintain.
Definitely did. Now, you probably wouldn't want to go around and change anything, but if there's anybody that is watching this and you could go around and say anything to anybody that would be watching, why would you want to go around and you've been a member of RRO for maybe for a long time, but you just started racing with RRO. What would you go out and tell someone about it? About the league and about the drivers and about the members and everything?
Well, first of all, it's a lot of fun, but one thing that really surprises me is that the drivers have great setups and are really competitive. I mean, I run a lot of official races against a lot of the top iRacers on iRacing, and
User joined your
these
channel.
guys are just as good as some of those pro drivers or guys trying to make pro. So it's really amazing, but it's a lot of fun, and they seem to help each other out a lot. So a lot of respect to it.
And they most certainly did. Now, I'd like to thank. Would you like to give any shout outs to anybody out there that helps you out in making your victory lane?
Yeah, just my team, RRO Precision Chassis Works, did a great job, and appreciate all the help they give me.
Alright, well, we'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight, and congratulations on all your top 3 finishes.
Thank you.
See you soon.
This
User
is
disconnected from your
Dylan
channel.
Acker right here from
User was
MW
moved out of
Production.
your channel. User left your
And
channel.
until next week, We'd like to see you all next week. And have a nice night, everybody. Take care, everybody.